All right. StreamYard has lost contact with my Twitch destination. Sorry I'm late. I forgot all my Twitch passwords, usernames, and all that. And I'm back on it. I'm back on Twitch. Oh, it said Butyl. You're ready to go. So I should be streaming on Twitch. Let me just see. I know this is dull as fuck, but we've got a good stream. I've got some wicked videos. What's going on? Online channel. Create a dashboard. I don't know how to do any of this. I've forgotten how to do it. Edit stream info. Surely my Ed's going to come up there. Category. Talk show and podcasts. I've got to change that, haven't I, to just chatting. That's the old fella. Just stay like that forever. Right, we're on. Why it doesn't appear to be live, I don't know. Channel? Oh, it would appear we have. That doesn't look like me. That doesn't look like me at all. Well, Lord knows why it hasn't started on Twitch. That seems a bit of a shame. Channel. Why can't I see my own? That's good. Good that it's not working. Chat room's working. Right, forget about Twitch. All right there, you can see me, you can hear me. Right, listen, I will end up repeating this because there's not a lot of people here yet. But unfortunately, the bearing stream is really late. It's really late. It's like about, I think it's going to be, it might be R3. Hang on, let me work it out. It's going to be about R4 in the morning AM, and most of my viewers are English, so it might be a bit empty, which is a terrible, terrible shame because it will be a really good, stream. I do apologise about. I'll do a long stream tonight. Don't worry, I'll make up for lost time. I'm just wondering why it's not working on Twitch. I'm just getting some picture of some really weird bloke. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's all it's all go. It would appear that I am live. Hi. Right, let me just see if I. Oh, him again. Maybe I've got to watch that first. I don't know. Can you hear that? I'm just turning the volume down. Right, hopefully that will sort itself out. Lovely to see some people. I haven't joined Rumble. Help us out. I've already just joined Odyssey. All this stuff drives me mad, but I won't complain about it because it has worked. You know, YouTube has kind of. Ian, did you see old Thingy Weibner on this morning's show driving along the railing of a dam about 1,000 meters up? Ooh. It was quite the thing. Oh, they're not counting. They're not counting it unless I watch it. I don't know why I have to watch an advert for my own stream. Some weird. Make a trailer for my own video. Oh, come on. Can you hear that? Can you hear Twitch? Remember that? That's you, that is. I know, Anthony, but Twitch, I don't know my way around it. Just piss off. Right, remind me later. Right, okay, we're good. I am streaming on Twitch, but it doesn't look like it used to. Maybe I'll have to learn how to set it up another day, but it would appear I am streaming on Twitch, which is all I really wanted to make sure. Right, I've got some video. I got some video for you. I got something to read. I got 3 videos for you, actually, only short. You couldn't hear that good. You saw it, did you, Ian? Or have you seen it before? Yeah, it without a doubt. Going along that blooming post. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. And you can see his front wheel, just there's some right dodgy bits. People were suggesting that he might have had a wire on, because you don't see him from, and it's a fair point, because if he didn't have a wire on, surely they'd have put if you're going to ride along a railing on a dam, you're going to get a drone, you're going to get some footage all around it, not just head mounted GoPro, for sure. At the time when someone said it, I remember thinking, I don't know what it is. Lumi, I'm going to have to sort all that stuff out later. I've had a day of admin, and it has done my head in. Not just with all this, but with work, and it's been an admin day. And when I was complaining this morning, for Christ's sake, when I was complaining this morning about having to sign out of all your email addresses and then change one to default, and then I tried to change the bank account that money goes into, and then so I deleted the old bank account, and then there was no way of putting a new bank. And it's just like, I'm not an idiot, but it doesn't work. And then you go online, how do you do this? And they say, do this. Well, my whole day has carried on like that, but it's a learning experience, because there's 2 ways you can go with it. You can make it ruin your day. And I found when my girlfriend rang me at about 4 o'clock my time, about 5 o'clock, I was a bit shitty in that. And I just thought, hang on a minute, all that stuff has happened. Life is like that. Life is a struggle. Almost daily, there are things that A, you don't want to do, B, you're not really sure how to, C, they never go as planned. And it's weird that, even at nearly half a century on this planet, I can still let those things get to me. And what's the point? Because that always happened. And I just had to I had a bit of time back. I just pushed myself away from the computer. And I thought, right, just relax a bit, meditate. And there's no secret to meditation. You just relax, concentrate on your breathing. Thoughts will try and make their way in. Go back to your breathing. And they'll always come in. But that's it. Just relax and concentrate on your breathing. So I've done that for about 20 minutes. And that is the acceptance that I talk of. And I always say, when I talk about acceptance, which saved my life and changed my life, gratitude and acceptance, without a doubt. When I talk about it, I always say it's not passive. You don't just learn to have acceptance and then I'm good. I've always found it hard to explain what I mean by it being active, and there's a really good example. I actually had to just accept the situation. So I had a bit of time off everything, and I thought, this is why you get paid for work. That's what work is. It's hassle. It's not your fault that the computer doesn't work wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. You'll find a solution somehow. Getting worked up is making it worse. It's ruining your day. It's making you snap at your missus who's done nothing wrong. And so I just had it was amazing. It was an amazing change. I just got back to my desk and thought, right, got out my notepad, not the Scrubs Golden Book. Picked up my notepad, got a pen, wrote down all the things that needed sorting today. Just wrote them down. There's about 6 of them. in priority order. And then thought, right, let's do 3 of these today. And then I just did. And it took time, and I had to ask other people for help. That's another one, just asking people. We think we need to do all these things on our own. All right, what's the problem here? Who knows about this sort of stuff? Hit him up on WhatsApp. Do you know how to do this? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Done, right? I'm now 1/6 of the way in. Next one, turned out it was my fault because I wasn't reading instructions. Another classic human issue, not reading instructions. Oh, let me sort out the grift. Let me get entropy up. I'm sure you're all gagging to donate. Not reading instructions properly. They're there on the screen, and I'll just think, I ain't reading all that. Skip read it. Keywords. Brrr, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And then I get irate when it ain't working. And then I thought, actually read the damn instructions. Actually read them. So I thought, right, calm down. Read them. That's why it hasn't been working for 2 hours nearly. Because I missed one little line. And I thought, I get it. I understand it now. Cross that one off the list. And of course, you can see where this is going. With it, yes, absolutely, Grego. It's a classic. And all right, Packer, see you in a bit, mate. And before long, I'd done them. I'd done all 6 things, and I thought, wicked, amazing thing to be able to just turn that round. And I was like, why do I keep getting emails? It'll probably be from Twitch. You're not doing it right. Do it right. You've got 30 seconds to do this. But yeah, it was an amazing turnaround. I just got it sorted. And a lot of it was my fault. So there you go. There's that. All right. I think I need the smaller tips on these. Right. The grift. All right, there. You can support this channel. Super chat down there. The $sign at the bottom of the chat. Entropy, link in the description. The link is also just gone in the chat. You can join the channel, link in the description, or you can go on Subscribestar and drop a $5 or a $10 in a month if you want to do it like that. I don't expect to get rich from YouTube, but I do like a few quid because I do put a lot of work into it. And that's the grift. Sam, I hate the manuals. I just want things to work. Yeah, that's that's the problem, isn't it? But they don't work unless you read the manuals. It is incredible. I did do a bit of the grifting mantis, didn't I? Let's just do that again. You can get on it with me if you want. Hang on, it's always a bit difficult. Right, I'll let a few more people turn up before we get on to the videos and all that sort of stuff. If only there was some sort of stack. Well, I've got a Substack where you can get two free handwritten what? Quill and ink. Written stories. The link is in the description. I'll tell you what, I'll pop it in the chat and you can sign up there. You've only got to drop your email in, and then you can you'll get a couple of free stories every month. And there's 7 or 8 already in the the old archive on Substack. Nice one. It's about time we had a bit of sub, Ronnie. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh, you appreciate that, did you, Don? Now you know what it is. Epic X is here, is he? Fion's here. Hello, Fion. Our pal Sam. Good. Ralph. Hello, mate. Marzipan. 42. Jim is here. Yeah, exactly. And yet, yeah. Well, I've already confessed that it was my fault. Sometimes it's a bit of both. Fionn said, I had to take apart the old family trampoline, take it to the skip with my bare hands. It wasn't easy, but I asked Dad for advice, which worked, and I was able to take it apart. There you go. That's what it's all about. Who else we got in here? Rags is on the firm. Hooper's in. Sparkles is on the firm. Scorry's here. Jeff. Lovely, 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 lovely. Did 42 get a mention? So, hello, Barney. For the good life is out there somewhere. So stay on my fridge, you little charmer. We're going Smith's way, are we? So I can understand it's unlikely I'll see any of you at 4:30. Maybe it was shot a long time ago, Ian. But if you could get there, it would be quite nice. Oh, hello. LC50's in here. Highter. I'm going right back up there. Nice numbers. We've got a joiner. We've got a joiner, people. J in the chat for a joiner. Can we have a J in the chat? We've got a joiner. I love streaming. Deadbeat Chess. Lovely. I'll see you in the private streams this month. They'll be going out. Emma's here. Ah, I didn't mention you. Raver's Revenge is here too. Oh, I'm here. Hello, Chris W. We got a joiner. We got a J in the chat. Let me get my J in the chat. I'll have to add joiner to the scrub glossary. I'll get that out soon because Pags is here. Nice one, Deadbeat Chess. It's a nice way of supporting the channel. I get the private streams are good fun. I think you've been in them before. Hello, Hammerhead. Because it's not like this. We all jump in and have a chat. Right, we've got 90 people. I'm going to start by showing you a couple of things. So you might have heard, John Cleese that said London isn't English anymore, and the whole world went, ah, because he pointed out the obvious. It's just, Marzipan, are you still fighting with that? I don't mean that as in, are you still fighting with that? I feel for you. I think we've got a few rattlers in the scrubs at the moment. I know a couple of people who wish to remain unidentified are rattling at the moment, and they've hello, Richard, how are you? Nah, man. If I've got time to do them, I love doing them. I love streaming. It's great. I missed it so much. Hello, Wookie. Nice one. Well, maybe 4:25. I love doing them, and if I've got time, I'll do them. I have been trying to make more videos, but there's not a lot going on, to be honest with you. And I don't want to make videos for the sake of it. Doing a stream with not a lot going on is all right because we all get to chat. Hello, Mark Toomey. How you doing? Bullet 5 is on the firm. Hang on a minute. I've got to get this pronunciation right. See, look, the thing is, on the screen it says Cragley Hayes, but in here it says Craigie Hayes. Ra of Sunshine is in. Hello, my mate. Lovely numbers on a Wednesday night. It's nearly the weekend. No, absolutely, Ian. What an amazing way of looking at it. Good lad. Well, you got a bit of distraction here for an hour and a half, and you're not, like I say, you're not the only one here who's rattling. I can assure you. I don't know what's happening. Craigie Hayes. I'll get it right. Look, it's Cragley from now on. Patang Yang Kipperbang is in the fat. Is in the fat. Why did I say that? Is Rusky here? I didn't know whether to say it's in the chat or on the firm. Jared. Hello, mate. Right. I've done the entropy, didn't I? I'm all good. We're all in. Right. So John Cleese is in the news again because he is. That's a lovely thing to say, Bullet, as it shoots up. Yeah, good luck, Ian. Hello, RMF. So Channel 4, English liberal left-wing TV channel, they're doing a series. John Cleese is presenting it about political correctness, cancel culture. Hello, Pib. And it's quite a weird thing. It's quite a weird thing that they're deciding to do that. Hello, Will. You know, Channel 4 are calling it out. And John Cleese won't hold back. You know, I can't see John Cleese holding back. Yeah, Ralph remembers it as well. One of the first things ever on Channel 4, wasn't it? I think it was after Countdown, though. Ah, Marzipan, I know the feeling, man. It's on a cellular level. Good Lord, man. I feel for you. Hello, Philip. There you go. He's been reading a lot about Norse mythology. Right, so let's have a little listen to what John Cleese has said, because I've seen a few clips and he said that, you know, he's going to talk to people who've been cancelled. He's going to talk to the cancellers. And yeah, exactly that. You know, he's not a twit. He's got nothing to lose. I'm sure he's got plenty of dough in the bank, and he's going to be fine. I've got no links in the description. What a bollock. Why is that? Maybe that's because of bleeding Twitch. Let me see if I can change that immediately by doing this. Don't worry, we'll get back to Cleese. All this time wasting at the beginning, I will make up at the end. I'll just go on longer. Here, edit that one. You're damn right I haven't. Good call, Rags. There you go. They're all in there. Entropy, Substack, Telegram, Odyssey, Twitch. Become a member. Subscribe star. I wonder if it works if I do this. Save changes. The broadcast must be scheduled in the future and within 1 year. What? That makes absolutely no sense. I don't want to schedule it for later. Lord knows what's happening. I don't think it would let me change it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drop out. Yes, I'm dropping out Twitch. See you later, you bastards. Nah, still won't let me change it. Absolute cack. Maybe it can't change it when it's live. I'll try one more time. Motherfucker. Yeah, no problem. You'll have to ask me if you want any of them. I don't know why that happened. That'll be that Twitch. I don't know. Hello, Della. Nice to see you. Right. So, hello, Mousecat. Right. I can't do it, Rags. I don't know how to do it. I will remember next time. But I've dropped out Twitch. That can piss off, cause me all sorts of problems tonight. Right, so now there's one thing I want to say before we watch this John Cleese clip, because I've seen a few of them, and it looks like it's going to be quite good. Dare I say it? You know, we don't trust Channel 4, of course, but we kind of trust John Cleese, and I can imagine if when his agent put it to him, he'd have said something like, "I get to sign them off. I get to sign off the episodes. I'm not having you edit edit me out and make me look like a fool. If I don't want it to go out, it doesn't go out. And because he's John Cleese, they'd have said, yeah, no worries, or words to that effect. So there's one thing that does strike me, and John Cleese says it. I've seen him say it in a few little outtakes of this series. It's when people say, I think political correctness started out as a good idea. You hear people say that, don't you? And I don't think it did. I don't think it was ever a good idea. You know, just those words, political correctness, that's not unclear what it means. It means that what you're saying what you're saying is the wrong politics. And you should be able to say the wrong politics. Your politics should be incorrect because you'll tend to have a dominant politics. And if I want to say something to oppose that, that would by definition be politically incorrect. So when they always say this, I think it was a good idea at the start. No, it wasn't. It was, as soon as anyone starts to tell other people what they can and can't say, it's a crap idea. And as we've seen, very dangerous. But we'll have a little look. We'll have a little look at what the boy Cleese has got to say. It's only a couple of minutes. Here we go. Share audio. Make the screen a bit bigger. But he is quite convincing. You know, he's not a fool. Oh, we've got to get rid of that. We've got to get rid of that. Yeah, I'll do it. And the band hammer drops. Boom. Bye. Here we go. The boy Cleese.
PC lobby, the politically correct lobby, is something I don't understand because a lot of what I see on television now, both here in America, seems to me much riskier than we would have got away with even in the Python days. And then at the same time, you hear about these politically correct movements, which I think are by and large run and staffed largely by obsessionals. There's a good idea at the back of political correctness, but
that's the bit I disagree with. I know why people say it is kind of giving a little bit, giving a little bit to the enemy, but there's not a good idea at the back of it. It's shit from the outset.
It gets taken ad absurdum. And I think that the danger is this. If you're in a group of people and you find that one person is particularly touchy, they have difficulty controlling their emotions, greater difficulty than the other people in the group, then you can't have so much fun about them because they're touchy and they're likely to explode. So when they're around, you're not as relaxed, you're not as spontaneous, you can't be more real. You have to kind of be more formal. Now, if you find that society is being run by the touchiest members, then in a sense, that's a bit sick because you're trying to take as the general standard the standard of the people who have the greatest problem controlling their emotions in that area.
It's a fantastic point. It's an absolutely fantastic point and delivered beautifully. Take a group of 5 or 6 people. One of them is very oversensitive and can't handle it. And, there's a bit of conflict. I'm having a breakdown. There's confrontation. There's debate. There's argument. I can't handle it. So everyone else in the group has to go down to their level and sit around going, nice day. Yeah. Nice jumper. Yeah. And then if you take that to the macro and that society as a whole, it's an insanity. And that's where we are. That's what the politically correct, the left, basically, that's what they're doing. You can't say that because someone over there is offended. And we had all this years ago. Offense is, if they say they're offended, it doesn't matter what your intentions were. If they're offended, you're in trouble. That is a sickness. That's that's a society just spiraling negatively out of control. It's just, all the great art movements, all the great musical movements, not just pop music either. They challenged the way things were. And it was exciting, and these things were interesting, and we grew, and we got better, and our natural human curiosity to understand our own condition and our own social condition expanded. Whereas all this political correctness stuff, it shrinks all that. It wants to take us back to silence. It wants to take us to a state of docility where we're just bodies. We're just bodies who produce and consume, making money for the people, the corporations who support all this bullshit. It does make us boring, Sam, of course. At best it makes us boring. The chances are it makes us silent. You don't talk. I mean, give me a 1 in the chat, and I would imagine this is going to just be a slew of ones. You've been in a social situation and you can't say what you think. Exactly that, Fionn. You can't say what you think because someone's going to get upset. And so you're not you. They've actually managed, excuse the burping, they've actually managed to remove you from the situation even though you're standing there. And that's what I mean about making us bodies. Hello, Tito. That's what I mean about, hello, Jeremy, them just making us bodies. Because when you're in a situation and you've got to keep your mouth shut. I mean, it's a saying, isn't it? Button your lip, keep your mouth shut. But when you do that, your ability to express who you are evaporates. You're just flesh and bone then. Nice. But I am seeing a backlash to it. I must admit. Whether it will maintain the necessary momentum to actually do anything about it, I don't know. But, we'll see. Yeah, it feels like it, doesn't it, Mousecat? It certainly feels like it. Yeah, that feeling. And then, I had this all the time as a young man. People people call, they think you're an arsehole because you want to call people out. I can remember situations at college. We'd all been to a college party, and someone had an after party, and there was about 10 of us there. And one of the girls was a Christian. I mean, you wouldn't think it the way she dressed and laid down on her back quite a lot. But she was a Christian. Now, we're at an art school, right? And in this, that wasn't cool. And behind her back, we all laughed at it. Behind her back, it was like, yeah, she's a Christian. And at this after party, the subject came up. And, like my old man used to say to me, don't talk about politics or religion unless you want trouble. And I wasn't being nasty. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. I wasn't trying to upset anyone. But there came a point in the conversation where I saw everyone being very polite. And I went, whoa. I said, listen, I can't remember the girl's name. It doesn't really matter. But I said to her, well, let's assume her name was Joanne. I said, Joanne, this is why this is interesting to me. Because I've just watched 5 or 6 people talk to you about how they respect your beliefs in an environment like an art college. how they respect that you've maintained those beliefs in this environment. I said, the problem is, I've also all heard them say that you're off your head. I've also all heard them say that it's tricky having a night out with you because you're not much fun because of this Christian thing. And it just went silent, and people going, and they were just like, and I said, I reckon that most of the people in this room think you're an idiot because of your Christianity. And I said, and the problem with that is you don't get to know anyone because they lie to you. They pretend to be your friend, but friends are about honesty. William Blake nailed it. Conflict is at the heart of a true relationship. You know, you've got to get in there. You've got to be able to say to your friends what you actually feel. You don't have to agree. You know, me and Mumford are at each other's throats all the time. But that's what makes it worthwhile. That's what makes the friendship worthwhile. But someone else said, I don't think that's true, like trying to diffuse the situation. I said, all right then. All right, I said, let's not fuck about, excuse my English. I said, who thinks Joanne is a bit of an idiot for being a Christian? And who changes their behavior and speech when Joanne's with us or with them? And don't lie. Everyone was like, well, yeah, I do think it's a bit stupid. And, you know, I certainly don't say things I say to my other friends to you because... And and then there was another bloke there who was a Hare Krishna. And I said, I said, not only are you a Hare Krishna, I said, your situation's even weirder because no one believes it. It's just bullshit. You're just trying to score art school points. You just walk around with a bit of mustard on your forehead to try and bang hippies. You're not a Hare Krishna. I know what you get up to. It's a lie. And everyone knows it. And everyone in this room has said as much. Like, people think you're creepy. And everyone was going, no. And I said, but, you know, the problem is you make no real friends because everyone lies to you. Everyone plays your game. Everyone goes along with it. And that's why you're lonely. And that's why you're unhappy. I said, you know, it was quite harsh. Oh, what was that? So yeah, you know, all this. I would have got chucked out of that art college within about the first week. The things we used to say. Exactly, Tito. Exactly. It's a great point. But you don't want to treat your mates like your mother. It's a great point. Because why would you want that? Why would you want the same relationship with your friends as you've got with your mum? It's bloody ridiculous. You know, I don't only change my behaviour around my mum, I outright lie to her. I outright lie to protect her. 40 minutes and Willow saves the day. Good Lord. Thank you, Willow. I nearly went into a bit of what's that horrible song? What was that band called? Someone will know because there was enough in there to give it away. Willow drops a Lady Godiva and he says this. Did you see the clip where a bloke asked Justin Trudeau for a selfie and then called him a commie cunt? I did not. Is it on the tubes? Let me see if I can find it. Trudeau selfie video. Nah. If it does exist, YouTube have put that well out of the way. These are just loads of lovely people. No, I can't find that. No, I'll have a look for it and try and pick it up for another stream, Willow. Or if you can email it to me, I'll definitely play it because it sounds amazing. It reminds me of when when Jordan, the boob model, was on Loose Women, and she was touting him around. I think I made a video about it, but I didn't have the uncensored version. She was touting around a disabled mental kid, poor thing, to try and get a bit of exposure and a few column inches. And she says to him, Harvey, what do you say when the bullies bully you on the computer? And Harvey goes, hello, you cunt. Now, the mad thing is, it actually ties in with what I was just saying. Because if Harvey does say that, he's dealt with it. He's not bullied. He absolutely slapped him. Hello, you can. But no, she wanted to. Hello, Ted. I see you sneaking there. We got so many OG scrubs in here. It's ridiculous. That's me. I was known for it at college. It was ruthless and brutal, and it was honest. And I shagged every bird because of it, because they loved it. Because all those other beaters were just, no, I'll buy you some flowers. Would you perhaps? No, I don't love you. I just want to spend time. I love your music. I am desperate to fuck you. I like the sledgehammer of subtleness. My editor said to me the other day, he said, sometimes I think you're like the town crier in Hades. I said, and on that, what you've just said there, would you like to write the introduction to my novel? And he said it would be an honor. Oh, look who's turned up. Talking about OG scrubs. Hello, Alan. Sorry, Chris. You've been working all day. Well, so have I, in fairness. Catching what I can at work right now. I hope you're having a great day. Alan, get some of these bad boys. They've changed my life. And then you can get like a hat on. You know what I mean? And you're sitting there working, listening. Nice one, Alan. That's much appreciated. Nice to see you. It's a shame you can't catch it all. Thank you, Deadbeat Chess. Put that vid in the lifeboat, mate. Lifeboat, mate. I don't know what that means. Willow has emailed me, so we've got this one. This might be tricky, though, because of my 9 email things. Oh, your Twitch account has had a blocked login. That's nice. Right, okay. Now, this could be tricky, actually, but I'll see if I can do it. Hang on. It's winding up, but it would appear to be very slow. Weirdly, there was a line all the way through your link. Now, it's saying it can't be reached. I think there might be an issue with brand YouTube in Cambodia. I'll try it. Let me see what internet I'm on. No, I'm on the one. I'll put it over here, Willow, and maybe it'll load. It might slow things down a bit, but it's sort of said no. I'll give it, but it keeps trying again. Do you know what I mean? But I've got another couple of things to show you, so it doesn't matter. I will find what I'll do, Willow. I'll find that if it doesn't load, and I'll do a screen grab of it. He's saying he posted the Trudeau video in the Telegram chat. Oh, that makes more sense. Right, we can do that. Let's open that. It always does. I need a new one. 2 keyboards, 2 mice. Right, so it will be in that one. Right. Okay. I've got it. I found it. Right. This could be tricky because now I've got these in. I can't go into the. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Right. Hang on. Don't ruin it. Right. Listen. Let me know if you can hear this. Can you hear that? Could you hear that? Just that little bit of noise then. I'll turn it up a bit. No, because it's going into here. Right, you couldn't. Okay, hang on. Telegram's weird with this. I'll try and do it like this. I've never managed to get this to work. Right, let me know if you can hear just this little bit of noise at the beginning. Could you hear that? Just sort of like a bit of background noise. Oh, you could hear it. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Right, here we go. Here we go then. I'll make it full screen. So I imagine it's going to happen quite quickly because it's only a short video. 14 seconds. So keep your ears peeled. Here we go.
Communist fuck.
Once more. He didn't even wait till it was finished. What an absolute beast. Absolutely based. And Trudeau puts his head in. Communist fuck. Here we go. Let's have it again. That was amazing.
Communist fuck.
And Trudeau went, oh, good evening. Hey, here, communist fuck. Oh, imagine having that on video. You'd be over the moon. Fair play, Willow. It was worth all the messing about. Brilliant. Did you see his mate, the bloke sitting down? Not Trudeau's mate, the geezer's mate. He just shook his head. Hey, come here, communist fuck. That's excellent. Well done, Willow. That's really cheered me up. Oh, imagine having that video on your phone. You'd be absolutely over the moon. Right, okay. Now, what have I got next for you? Okay, this is good. This is from Rags, my boy Rags. So it's a motorbike trick, right? It's not long. It's gonna last about 30 seconds. But I think it's the first ever, Rags might be able to confirm that, triple backflip on a motorbike. Now, I used to ride off-road motorbikes. I know a few other people in the chat did. Hello, Mirth Baron. That's a new name. Nice to see you here. When you do something like a triple backflip on a motorbike, first thing, and I can tell you this from just knowing. You've got to go high. You can't do that sort of thing like the old Evel Knievel 20 buses. You can't do it long. There's no way you're going to be able to do it long and turn like that. You have to go up high, probably about 70, 80 feet in the air. So if it's that geezer RMF, it's the Nitro Circus bloke. If you screw it up, you dead. You dead. As you watch it, you realize if you don't time this right, and Lord knows how you practice this. I mean, you do 1, you do 2, but the difference between 2 and 3 is another full 360. So even if you're not into motorbikes, this is quite something, because if you screw it, you're dead. And if you're not dead, you're breaking your spine, your neck, your legs, your penis. I don't know why I said that. I was just trying to think of other body parts. Right, here we go. It's Josh Sheenan is the bloke doing it. No foam pit. It's Earth. Practice on a moped. Practice on a Honda Melody. Right, check it out. This is awesome. So I've cut out all the chat beforehand. You're just going to see him approaching the ramp. And this isn't snuff. You know, he pulls it off, but it's quite something. Hello, Quack. They do absolutely practice on airbags. You're right. I'm quite the fan of Ryan Williams, and I see he's always out on his airbag. Right. Balls. Don't know if I got the audio. Sorry. Let's try again. Here we go. Go. Wow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Anyone here ever seen the Nitro Circus show? I mean, I see a lot of it because I see are you off, Philip? I see a lot of Ryan Williams when he's up there. But has anyone actually seen the Nitro Circus show live? That was nuts, wasn't it? 3 of those. Good Lord. See how high he went as well. And, you know, coming down on that totally small ramp. Dub Power fell 40 foot and broke his back in 3 places and his sternum. Marzipan, Ian Marr in the chat, he fell off his mountain bike when it wasn't even moving and broke his neck. no word of a lie, he'll tell you about it. He was going, I think if I remember rightly, he was going down a hill and it got to a tricky bit, so he stopped to work out where to go, and then it just he was so at such an angle. I think I'm getting this right, and Ian, he just flew over the handlebars and smash. No, it doesn't. Your ramp and your BMX are awesome. And then Scorry had a stone in his shoe. A stone. And he was out of action for months. Had to have the blooming metal thing stuck in, air ambulance. No, not a stone in his shoe. You trod on a pebble, didn't you, Scorry? That's right. He trod on a pebble and done his ankle up. It's funny. It's not funny, but it's crazy. Mousecat has said possibly the most peculiar thing I've ever seen. I fell out of a 45-foot fir tree and got threatened by the drummer of the Rubettes. Now, is there a joke in there, or did that just happen? Look at that. Of course he did. Of course he did. My nan told me 100 times. Right. I've got something else for you. I think I've shown this clip before, but it's worth a watch again. It's only a few seconds. Where's that comment gone? Shane, this whole community is nothing but inside jokes. It takes a while to catch up, but you'll get there. Yeah, I just noticed that. Maybe he made a mistake earlier. There you go. Raymond, hello, mate. I had a Yamaha RD200, no levers. Ouch. Came off in gravel 40 years ago. Still have the lovely scars on my arm and elbow. Well, so many people get drunk and crash their mopeds in Patong. They call those scars a Patong tattoo. You see, and I have to say, and this is just a fact, and having been out there many, many times, it's usually women. And you'll see them at the hotel bar having their cocktails. Oh, we're in Thailand, you can drink and drive. And they get on their scooters, and before they even leave the little dust road to join the main road, which is called Ratu Thit P200 Road, Ratu Thit P200. And yeah, later on they come back all bandaged up with their Patong tattoos and their whole holiday's ruined. Funny that, since it was the second time you've ever driven a scooter and you'd had 7 Mai Tais. Ouch. That sounds awful, Steve. That sounds awful. Where is it? Where is it? I don't know where that one's gone. Oh, sorry, that one's well gone. I lost it. Oh, well, I'm glad you had the luxury of picking out grit and grazes. Around my house, if you done, it's usually the ear or your knees, right? Well, if you done that and my father really saw it happen, get you indoors, scrubbing brush, no word of a lie, scrubbing brush, little bit of water, but not a lot, and you'll be going, because he wanted to get all the grit out. And just when you think the pain's over, out comes the iodine. No. Drip, drip, drip. Oh. So usually we'd not tell them. Hopefully they wouldn't see it, because yeah, used to scrub and brush it out. Not TCP, iodine. And it turns your skin yellow. It stains it. And yeah, absolute agony. But you didn't get sick. I mean, I'm not sure you'd necessarily get sick from a few bits of grit in your palms. I had a mate who he used to work with those big gas canisters, and he had one of them blow up. And he had a tattoo on his arm that was like, it was a perfect fade job. So here it was almost black, and it was a perfect fade to nothing. It looked like an airbrush expert had like just graduated it to nothing, because when the thing blew up, loads of little bits of whatever got under his skin, but because of the angle of his arm, it's sort of a bit of it got the most of the explosion, and then it's sort of, and physics. That's my explanation. Physics. It was like a perfect phase. And I said to him once, I said, what's that tattoo? He went, exploding gas tank. I was like, you got away, or you got off all right, didn't you? He went, yeah, it's all right, but 5 times a day people ask me what my tattoo is. I was covered in iodine after my ops. I looked like Trump. I always thought that McDonald's root beer tasted like Germaline. Nah, that's the lovely mother's thing. Gently rub it in your cut, you'll be all right. Nah, the old man scrubbing brush and iodine. Yep, I remember having Dettol baths. Yeah, a couple of capfuls of Dettol. Thanks, Mum. I'm sure it's for cleaning the floor. Give me a 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat if when you were young you would have baths with washing up liquid. Your mum didn't have any matey or any radar, anything nice. A bit of washing up liquid to get some bubbles. Just the poisoning. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Oh, loads of people. Amazing. Well, I say loads. 4. Oh, no, 5, 6. Hello, John. Nice photos, mate. No, but we couldn't afford to have no bubbles, though, because we only had 1 bath a week. Yeah. And that water was so grey. And if you didn't put washing up liquid in it, there'd be like a tide mark around the bath of like scum, essentially. So my mum put the washing up liquid in, not to clean me, but just to make sure the scum didn't stick to the side of the bath, so that when you get out and pull the plug out, it stops. It's like an emulsifier, isn't it? So it stops the oil sticking to the bath. So she didn't have to scrape all my 6 days of young boy dirt off. That's it. Anthony, that's it. Yeah. I had 2 school shirts, Monday to Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, and then the other one would get washed. 1 in the chat if you had 1 bath a week, Sunday night before school. But that's the only bath you had. You didn't have one any other day. I'm happy to admit that, because it's what happened. We had 1. In my house, we had 1. There you go. Look, 1 bath a week, boys. It's incredible, isn't it? And then when you sort of get a bit older, you go around your mate's house who's like, you've met a new mate at school, and you go around his house after school, and he says, go and sit in the front room, load up a game on the old Spectrum. He says, I'm just going to have a shower. And I'm like, what? The fuck are you having a shower for? It's like Tuesday. Why are you having a shower? And then as I got older, I'd meet people who'd have like 2 or 3 showers a day. I'd be like, what? This can't be right. Yeah, that's what we felt like. Where did that one go? That's what it was like for me. I used to think, shower? What the fuck? Did your parents win the pools or something? Oh, yeah. Yeah, my old man would come and turn the taps off. We had about 5 inches. You couldn't get your whole body under it up to your neck and relax. It was barely over your knees, like when you're laying down. And in the winter, we had no central heating in my house. We had 1 gas fire in the front room. Now the bathroom is about 30 foot away, so the room's freezing. So you'll just be sort of laying in a puddle of lukewarm water, sort of turning over, trying to keep warm. You're meant to get in the bath to get hot, not get cold. It's incredible. Oh, nice one, Alan. Much appreciated. You're single-handedly keeping this stream going. Snuck off for a minute. Go and have another one. Thank you, Alan. It's very kind of you. Very kind of you. You donate a lot of money to this channel. It's very kind. Oh, and just as he says that, someone else, Packer went up and got his mate. Have you got your mate with you, Packer? Mum used to bath me in lager. Later, I realised I was fostered. Oh, I was feeling quite sad for you then, and now I just feel ripped off. That's very kind of you, Packer. Is your mate with you? You've gone and got your mate. He's come back to your house with you, and you're watching a stream, and he's looking at you thinking, "Yeah, I don't know about this shit." It's quite a good joke, though. It's quite a good joke. I didn't see it coming. I must admit. But I felt a bit of pain in my heart when she bathed you in lager. I know mothers who've washed their babies in vodka and things like that. No shit. You're sort of sitting there looking at the junky mother, like not bathing them, but a bit of tissue paper, bit of vodka, cleaning the baby. And you're like, are you sure that's good? Yeah, it's alcohol, innit? It's alcohol, innit? Antiseptic, innit? Yeah, but it's a baby. You can't, as Vic Reeves used to say, you can't give a baby booze. Whether it's on the skin, I don't know, Jess. I don't know. She also, this dealer come round her house once, right? And he had an overdose. He was an arsehole. I have to say this. He was an arsehole, right? And he had an overdose. And as soon as he went over, I had his 9-ounce bar out of his pocket, right? And then she got about £15 off him, and she was going, "I got 15 quid. What are we going to do with him?" I said, "I don't know. I'm going to go though." And I went out. And then I went back in and had his watch. She got 15 quid. Yeah, he came after me for that. I wonder who told him. Do they bath or shower? In hotels, they'll have baths, but it's too hot, man. I've tried. I will have it occasionally, but you get too hot. And when you get out of the bath, you've got to know about algebra and things and physics to get the air conditioning right with the temperature of the bath, because otherwise you get out the bath and then you sweat like a pig, and then you have to have a shower. Oh, excuse me, and then you have to have a shower, or you get out the bath and the aircon's too cold, and then you're going to get sick. So no, they shower. And they do shower a couple of times a day because it's very, very sweaty. It's a bit of a. It's not a humid country. Did I, Raymond? Thank you for that donation. 50s, 60s, kid me. We must. Yeah, I think everyone did. I mean, every classroom had a couple of kids that stunk of urine. I think it's fair to say we all knew them. I used to quite like it. I used to sit next to him and sort of inhale. I've told that story before. It was in one of my Edinburgh shows. She was a gypsy girl. I have to be careful because I think she stopped talking to me a while back because I mentioned her name. But she, and thank you for that donation, Packer, as well. She never washed by the smell of it. And I don't know what it was, but I was about 9 years old. And I suppose it was just female hormones, really. And no one else wanted to sit next to her. They used to call her Smelly, whatever her name was. So I'd deliberately not sit down and let everyone else take the chairs. And then everyone would go, you got to sit next to her name. And I'd be like, nah. And then I'd go and sit next to her, and for the whole hour I'd just be going, I knew there was something wrong with it, but I also knew there was a lot right with it. What are you meant to do? I was only like 8 or something. You have to go with what, there's not a lot of things motivating you. LC 350 drops a lady having a giggle. A lady from the Kittens. Hoi! Did everyone see LC 350's scrub kittens the other day? Incredible. So sweet. Thank you, LC 350. That's lovely. And make sure you thank the kittens from me. No. Let's not go down that road. I was only like about 18. That was awful, wasn't it? I told the bloke who oh yeah, I can't tell to keep going down that story. It gets awful. Like sour quavers. Well, our pizzle, I think we're going to have to leave that up to LC 350. I'm imagining if there's kittens, there's a couple. And so I don't think LC 350 is going to get the say. Otherwise, it's going to be something like Ron. Ron. I can't think what the other one would be off the top of my head. There's got to be one there. Oh, Pags, was that your upbringing, was it? 4 of you in one room. Oh, hell. But great times as well, though. There you go, Ronnie and Agister. A poo jar and Agister. You can't call your cat a poo jar. Oh, here we go. Dot and Gravy. Grayy? Dot's a lovely name. I dated a young girl called Dot. She gave me a scab and I looked after it. I was only about 17. Right, I've got something else for you. Now, I have showed this before, but we've got a load of new people here, so you might not have seen it. It's a little bit of Stora, the parkour people. It's literally going to be 15, 20 seconds. They went out to Berlin, and Toby Seeger, who's been a Ninja Warrior finalist 4 times. I think he won it a couple of times. He's had a little look at this jump, and they've built up quite an audience of local Berlin people. And, you know, they don't tell you what he's going to do. So it's only a quick one, but it's quite the performance.
At the Capri as well as Drew was.
But then you also mentioned you could clear this Capri.
You could clear straight to the water. I moved along the wall a bit and there's an option further down, so you don't have to go over this wall. You can just vault from the first wall all the way over into the river Rhine. Right now, just making sure 100% that hitting that rail is not possible. Never go for the cat pass if you think you're going to hit your knees. Just fly over it head first and make sure you have a clean sweep to the water. Next up, run up. Come through as if I'm going for a double. And then open out again, wait, and then judge the rotation in the air, so I just don't want to over-rotate.
Yeah. Toby decided to do like a double technique. Although it's scarier flying head first, it's so much safer for something like this because you don't need to worry about hitting your knees as you come through on a cat pass. You can just keep your chest down, hips up, and just fucking fly.
Oh my god! English, sorry.
It's risky.
Huh?
It's dangerous, periculous.
Of course, yeah. We've been doing it a long time.
But think with
Peace, man.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hold your breath.
What just happened? I wasn't expecting that.
Not bad, huh? Oh, there's a few people in the chat going, I'm not into this. I don't buy all this. And I was thinking, yeah, you wait. You wait. Yeah, that is absolutely incredible. As you all know, I took the piss out of parkour for 2 or 3 videos. I was slagging them off, laughing at it, saying we used to call it playing because they're doing it all down on little walls and jumping about. Oh, and then I watched Roof Culture Asia. If you can see it, I mean, over here you can see anything. There's no blockages. You can watch anything. And I found it online and I watched it. And it not only is there loads of like jumping from one skyscraper to another and doing cat passes and all those weird things, but it's a really well-made film because there's stories in it, like where they have to try and get back down when the security have found them and they're all hiding in rooms and all that. It's quite incredible. And there's really lovely moments like when they're on the tube in Japan and there's a bloke on the tube next to them watching parkour. And one of them looks at him and says, do you like that? And he says, yeah. He says, love it. Very, very good. Very good. He goes, well, you see that what you're looking at? And he says, it was him. And the bloke's like, what? And he links them up. And then it's all signatures and all that. Right. We're going to take a turn to something a little bit more serious here because I called this about 10 days ago. And I hope some of you remember me mentioning it. But this is what I said when they were talking about calling Bo Jiden. When Bo Jiden said he was negotiating with the Balitan, and when Bo Jiden said the Balitan had changed, what? Oh, the new Balitan, they're going to be lovely. Even though give us one in the chat if you saw the Balitan hanging a bloke from an helicopter. They had him strung up from an helicopter, an American helicopter, of course, one of the many billions of pounds worth of kit they left out there for a well-known global terrorist organization to start using. Yeah, it totally happened. It was awful, wasn't it? What a thing to see. There you go, loads of you. Well, when I heard that excuse me. Tally good. When I heard that there was negotiations going on, I said it on this very stream. I said, this is all about the opium. This is all about the opium. It's easy to get rid of opium. It's easy to stop growing poppies. Easy. You can see them on Google Earth, right? I've done it. I've had a look at all the opium poppies in the Golden Triangle, which is the Burmese white number 4. You've got a bit of Laos, the northern end of Thailand, up Chiang Mai area, and Myanmar, aka Burma. And then you've got the brown heroin that comes from Afghanistan, which is actually about 90% of the world's opium. The Golden Triangle, they produce a different type. It's number 4, whereas brown heroin is actually just a crude diacetylmorphine base. That's why you need citric acid and heat. Whereas the number 4 is just cold water and you're ready to go. So even the Afghanis are not only are they flogging the world their smack, it's not even the proper. It's not even smack. But I said, if they're in negotiations, what can Bo Jiden offer them? And then it didn't take long to think about it. Well, Burma, Myanmar, Burmese number 4. Without a doubt, there's nothing comes close in terms of quality and purity. It's virtually a pharmaceutical product, whereas that Ghani shit it's about 7%. Anyway, and then I've come across this from the New York Post. Have a look at this. This was 2 days ago. Thank you, Deadbeat Chess. The dude on the helicopter was alive. He was waving to the people below. Hang on. What? He chose to do it. Was he waving not drowning, if you know what I mean? Was he waving as if to say help me, or was he just going, hey? Was it a bit of fun? It didn't look very nice. It looked like hell. That's interesting. Oh my God. Imagine that. They said he was fixing a flag. I bet they said, yeah, we'll lower you down on a rope. Good call, Sam. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yes. That's that thing has happened many times. People have turned up in rehab and their piss test has come up positive for different drugs. And they thought, you cheeky bastards. Right. So I came across this. It's a long article. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I won't read it all. Thank you, Deadbeat Chess, for that donation. That's much appreciated. Look at this. So what's the headline? Why the only winner of America's war in Afghanistan is opium. I absolutely called it. And this isn't just some journo. This is a bloke who's been researching the whole situation for like 20 years. Look at this. This is what's funny. A US Marine patrols past an opium poppy field. Yeah, guarding it. He's guarding it. What else are they doing? They're guarding them. This is their leverage. It was 2005, 4 years after America and its allies had ousted the Taliban from Afghanistan. Major Charles Abedini, a strategic planning officer, was there to document the training efforts that the Pentagon believed would transform the ragtag Afghan National Army, who are all on drugs, by the way, the ANA, into a professional fighting force strong enough to fend off any future threats. And by the way, when I say they're all on drugs, that... Oh, come on, mouse, why ain't it working? That comes from me hearing many soldiers saying if the ANA were drug tested, they'd all fail. Because in between missions, they're just sitting down smoking weed and smoking opium. Because it's their culture. I'm not getting at them for that. But they're trying to train these people so that when they leave, they're going to take over. Yeah. I mean, in my own experience, when I've had a load of opium and a load of hashish, first thing I'm thinking is, let's go kill some people. It's ridiculous. Anyway, continue. Go away. I don't want to share selection. But when Abiywanda asked Afghan soldiers whether they planned to continue serving their nation once the Americans left, almost everyone I talked to said no, he told an army historian. They were going to go back and grow opium or marijuana or something like that, he recalled. That threw me for a complete loop. Yeah, they're not growing marijuana out there. I mean, the price differential and the work it takes. Poppies will grow themselves. Marijuana takes work. You've got to isolate the males. You can get pollinated from other seed in the wind. It's an absolute joke compared with poppies. You throw the seeds on the floor, but it gets better. 16 years later, as America reckons with Afghanistan's catastrophic collapse, the major's experience seems prophetic. But as Washington's Post reporter Craig Whitlock shows in the Afghanistan Papers, which is published by Simon & Schuster, out on Tuesday, it shouldn't have come. And before we carry on, look at that photo. Look, American troops there. Just what are they doing? Protecting the crop. There's nothing else they can be doing there. Anyway, the book, based on once secret federal documents, paints a damning picture of an occupation that officials knew to be futile almost from the very beginning, yet dragged on through 3 presidential administrations. I'm not going to read all of this, but there's a really key bit that I need to get to. We didn't have the foggiest notion what we were undertaking, Lieutenant General Douglas Lute, a top Afghanistan advisor for President George W. Bush and Barack Obama, admitted in 2015. And I quote that again. We didn't have the foggiest notion of what we were undertaking. And this is the absolute kicker. As a result, the United States and its allies committed blunder after fatal blunder in a rudderless war effort that cost an estimated 2.3 trillion US taxpayers' dollars and killed more than 2,300 American military personnel. One of the greatest missteps was the Allies' fruitless battle against Afghanistan's opium industry. It's because there's no battle against it. It's leverage. Right, where is it? Here we go. Between 2002 and 2019, American taxpayers spent at least $9 billion to eliminate or transform the poppy fields that produced almost all of the world's heroin, but instead ended up tripling that production, quadrupling the acreage covered by the deadly flowers, and intensifying the insurgency that plagued the country. As a result, opium emerged as the unrivaled winner in the longest war in American history, Whitlock writes. Now, this is the last paragraph that's going to blow your minds. Opium poppies thrive throughout Afghanistan and nowhere better than in the hot, dry Helmand province, thanks in part to a network of irrigation canals built with American foreign aid money in the 1960s. The steady water supply means the plants need little tending. The resin they produce can be stored for long periods without rotting or losing value. A perfect cash crop for a strife-torn land. So the Americans helped them dig all the irrigation, helped them fund all the irrigation. And I'll paraphrase the rest of the article, and you'll just have to trust me, and I hope you will. When the Americans realized that the opium crop is just going up and up and up and up and up every year, they then come up with this idea that if they go to the poppy farmers and say, look, we'll give you $1,000 if you destroy your poppy farm. Now, in Afghanistan, all those poppy fields, they're not controlled by one bloke or anything. It's loads of small farmers looking after like a few acres. And they thought, well, hang on, rather than spending all this crazy money, why don't we say to the farmers, here's twice as much as what you'd get for the opium, destroy your farm. And the opium farmers went, yeah, all right. No problem. They took the money and then they burnt their farms after they'd harvested the opium, because you don't need the poppy heads. You don't need the flowers. You take the raw opium sap, you cut a few little lines down it with a special tool, and then you scrape it off. And then they burnt them down and they showed the Americans photographs. Look, we're burning it down. Oh, lovely. And so they got double bubble. They sold the opium and they got the American money. Other farmers just burnt down their fields, and then when the Americans left after giving them the money, just planted some more. It's ridiculous. That is so stupid. Why did they think they were going to hold their side of the bargain? They know the Americans are going to piss off, and then they're just going to grow some more. It's ridiculous. Nice one, Alan. This one's for the hat. Good to see it back. You know what? I did think it's a little bit chilly here. It's 27 degrees, which isn't that hot for 1 o'clock in the morning. So I thought I'll put the hat on. Nice one, Alan. You're holding this grift down very well. You've been very generous tonight, and usually too. But I'm telling you now, look, come on. Look, America has been out there for 20 years, right? You can't grow a bloody 5 plants in England without the old bill knocking on your door in a couple of weeks' time when you're the only roof with no snow on it. And yet, in 20 years, I think 2 years ago, it went up. The opium crop went up by 9,000 tons. This isn't an accident. You can't be in a country for 20 years and the opium crop go up that much regularly. It's just absurd. The only way that can happen is if you're in on it. It's because there's so much money involved. There's so much money involved. And when you've got that kind of money involved, people get corrupted. You know, you can imagine some colonel, some high-ranking military official being tasked with the job of getting rid of all the poppies, and then some Balitan warlord comes up to him and says, sit down, have a pipe. And of course he will. Well, he's got nothing to lose, have a bit of opium. And then the Afghani says to him, so you want to burn down 50,000 hectares of opium, okay? Why don't I give you $2 million? You want $2 million, maybe cash now here in my hand? And he goes, yes, I do, because he's got a military plane out of the country. He doesn't have to get that cash through customs. Sweet. And let's not pretend the Balitan haven't got international bank accounts and money laundering systems all set up. Of course they have. This is all involved. It's well, it is, but also, as you know, in the Book of Peace, you're allowed to do certain things if it advances the cause of that particular religion. I mean, the Taliban banned it. I think it was in about 2006. They banned it and they started destroying the fields. How strange that then the Americans would turn up and cause loads of problems, and 6 months later, those purple hills were back again. Look, come on, I've never been able to do impressions. Help us out a little bit. Grego, you lovely bastard. Right, now, while there's plenty of you here, don't forget at 4:30 a.m. 4:30 a.m. UK time, I'm streaming with Bearing on this channel. 4:30 a.m. UK time. I'm so sorry, but Bearing couldn't get another time. So unfortunately, I think a lot of my UK people, which are most of the scrubs, let's be honest, won't be able to see that, which is a terrible shame. But if you can make it, it would be lovely to see you. What was I just doing? Oh yeah, that. Hang on. It'll be a good chat though. I've got some funny little things to say about Bearing. Annie's just had a baby. Well, like a year or so ago. He showed me around his house on his phone a few months back. Nice pad they've got. View of the whole city out in front of them. Looks lovely. Absolutely lovely. The boy Grego drops a feel saliva and he says, danger. Would you legalize all drugs for a possible net good, even if it encouraged more people to try the hard stuff? It wouldn't encourage more people to try the hard stuff, and I would legalize all drugs tomorrow. People are already trying the hard stuff. It's nicotine and alcohol. They're the real killers out there. The heroin overdose is largely mythological. It's very hard to overdose on heroin. What happens is people mix it with benzodiazepines or alcohol, other depressants, other sedatives. They die. They don't want to chalk that up to alcohol at the hospital. Oh, he's had a few beers, but this is a heroin overdose. You know, it's bullshit. But, you know, look, where I come from, and like in Soho, anyone can get heroin any time of day easily. And loads of people don't. I don't think use. I think use will go down. Because when it's illegal and it's all mysterious and there's a culture around it and you can get to rebel and all that. But if you just had to, you know, you don't see a lot of people on methadone through choice. There's not like a subculture on methadone because you have to go to the pharmacist and it gives you in a little green cup and you drink it. If it was like that with Skag, you had to go to your pharmacy, sign your name, pick up a little bag for the week. It would just be dull as fuck like heroin is anyway. No, legalize all drugs immediately. The world will have a net improvement within about 10 minutes. It's insane. There you go, look. Which was quite handy sometimes. Nice to see you, Mark. Yeah, it's got all that. It's got all that Velvet Underground and all that train spotting lark. But it's, you know, it's a dull drug for people with mental problems. You know, it's for people who've got trauma and pain and they don't know how to deal with it. It's actually for people who are dying. I remember arguing with my NA sponsor once when I first turned up at his rehab. And I said to him, I said, listen, I said, because I was still fighting it and trying to defend it. I said, come on, man, it's only opium that's been cleaned up a little bit with a couple of chemicals. And he went, oh, it's organic, is it? It's organic. And I sort of smiled. He went, it's for people with cancer. That's what diacetylmorphine is for, people with cancer. And when you look at it like that, you start feeling a little bit shit. But I just don't believe that legality will make. Oh, you know, look, let's imagine all drugs were legalized tomorrow, and your local corner shop had little bags of crack, little bags of heroin. Do you think people are going to go, oh, look, it's legal now, heroin? That's got a great reputation. I'll try that. Oh, look, there's some crack. Oh, it's legal now. I'll try that. I don't think so. Because the people who want to try those drugs, they do. It's so easy to get. You know, in any major city, It's easy to get drugs. So I just don't buy that model, you know. Yeah, it takes about 5 weeks, and then you're like, bollocks. That's the next 30 years of my life ruined. See you later, LC350. Look after those kittens. It's like in Venezuela. Well, not anymore, but let's say South America, Bolivia, Peru, Venezuela. I went to Venezuela before all the problems. Well, there's always been problems there, but you know what I mean. And by the way, Grego, thank you for that donation. Look who's just turned up, my friend. If you ever want any more voices done, mate, that was my... I'm so sorry. We got to 1 minute 40 without a mess up. What was I talking about? I just wanted to show this. Oh yeah, let me show it first, and then I remember what I'm saying about Grego. Thank you for that donation. I got lost in answering your question. I don't think I thanked you, and I'd also like to thank Brick Dictator. Thanks for the 10-bit. He says, thanks. Was driving and listening. A pleasure to make your drive a pleasure. Double pleasure. Thank you for that, Brick Dictator. Hope you're doing well. If you need any voices, I'm always up for it. I'm always up for it. I don't know if you're still making those. I know people, I say this every time, but he makes Lego reconstructions of historical battles, and they're brilliant. And one day he said, will you do some voices? And he sent me a script, and I had to get the audacity out and sit there going, fire, run at the men. It was brilliant. And then of course he sent me a link to good Lord, he sent me a link to the actual one, and I enjoyed it. I've got something to show you that I think Grego sent me. Now, how am I going to find this without pressing the wrong button like I just did? Hang on a minute, people. This is really worth waiting for. I've got it. I found it. I found it. Right, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. Right, this is very short. Grego, are you still about, or did you do the off? Yeah, Jack, I will absolutely agree to that. Fentanyl is killing people, but fentanyl is a product of prohibition, as is crack, because it's a smaller amount to smuggle. So you wouldn't, fentanyl would have never been invented if heroin had been left. Heroin would never have been invented if they'd have left opium legal. Right. Grego, are you still about? I think I've lost him. I think Grego sent me this. I don't need him to confirm it, really. This is something he sent me. He said, all right, Rags, I'll dig it out. Where is it, Rags? In our Telegram chat. Yeah, don't go near fentanyl, seriously. You can buy fentanyl ampules out here in the pharmacies. You can just go to any pharmacy and go, have you got any fentanyl ampules? And they go, how many you want? Cambodia. Cheers, Rags. Right. So I think it was Grego that sent me this. Apologies if it was someone else and I didn't give you credit. It's only like about 14 seconds, but it's a cut from a stream I'd done a couple of years ago. And he called it Hot Plums. And when I watched it, I did have quite the giggle. So let me see if I can get this with the audio and all that. Right, hang on. Pause. Volume. Let's turn that volume up. Right. Share screen. Share audio. Let me know if you've got audio. Can you do that, Rags? Right. So I know that's a bit weird. Me here and here. But this is from, I don't know, a year ago, a year and a half ago. I don't know. But he called the video when he sent it to me, Hot Plums. Hopefully you've got audio, because without it, it kind of loses its impact. Here we go. Stephen Campbell says, is Linda to... Whoa! Oh, right on the devil's tail as well. And a little bit on my bollocks. I've just got to go to the toilet and put some water on my bollocks. So now I'll explain what happened and I'll show you it again. It wasn't this vape, it was an Uki Cambodian vape. And it used to get red hot, right? Burning hot. I even burnt my missus with it by accident a couple of times. So what happens is I'm yabbering away. I drop the vape and I call it the devil's tail. And that's this bit. And it catches me in the crook of my elbow first and then down into the crown jewels. And that's not nice. So now you know what's happened. I'll show you it again. Because it's a little bit funnier, I think, when you've got the context. Stephen Campbell says, is Linda to... Whoa! Oh, right on the devil's tail as well. And a little bit on my bollocks. I've just got to go to the toilet and put some water on my bollocks. The funny thing is, when I was walking, see, I didn't know it had got my balls until it had time to sort of register. So I think a little bit of water on my elbow, no dramas. But then I started feeling, it started kicking in. And as I walked, of course, yeah, when Chris's little dance where, yes, Jess. As I walked, my burnt ball sack was rubbing on my leg. So it was sort of like, Yes, it did. Yes, it did blister. Yeah. You want to try popping that one? You don't want to try. I mean, I've had some terrible times. I had the red sack syndrome. I had the jock itch, and I had the old devil's tail touch of death. I I got this weird email from Grego called Hot Plums, and I thought, what the frick? Pressed it. Oh, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all. Ouch. Isn't that, there's a name for that, isn't there? Isn't it called a, what's it called when you twist your ball sack, apart from agony? Do an American accent. I will do. I'll do it on the understanding. Balls, I've closed down entropy. I'll do it on the understanding that I don't know, I can't do accents. So, you know, this isn't me doing an accent. This is me knowing I won't be able to do it. And it will probably be, you know, it'll be Welsh or Urdu or something. Okay, here we go. American accent. Hey, man. How you getting on over there? You need a hand with that truck? I got myself a toolbox in the back of the truck over there. Is that what you need? Are you looking for something a little bit more spicy? The really shocking thing is what I said. I don't know where any of that come from. I'm late on parade. Hike. You're all right, Anglo. Thanks for the donation. It has been quite a funny stream, though. You have missed some crackers. You missed me. You missed my hot plums. Thanks for the donation, though, Anglo. Really appreciated. I thanked Brick Dictator as well, didn't I? Oh, there you go. Well, thank you very much. I was kind of basing it on Death from Lockdown 23 and 1. So I did have a reference. There you go, Jess. White plums. Oh, okay, I can do that one. Of course, I should have gotten that one. Get off your horse and drink. No, you see, I should have stuck. Thanks for helping me, Mousecat, but Hank McGurk said I did pretty good. If enough, you jerk the dude. What does that mean? If enough, you jerk the dude. Wow. Yeah, there's a bit of deliverance in there. I mean, you know, I'm an Englishman. I only know. Thanks. I only know America through movies. Right, anyone who's just turned up recently, 4:30 a.m. I'm talking to Bearing. I can't believe how early I've got to get up in the morning. Good Lord. Good Lord. Right, let me see. I might. Rags reckons he's got another video for me. I'm always a bit funny. Oh, hang on. No. Oh, yeah. I've seen this one. We'll go for this, Rags. I have seen this one. I think I have. Isn't he like a Samoan lad and it's in his back garden? Is that the one, Rags? Well, I'll trust you anyway because you're pretty good at these. It's only 2 minutes. I'll miss out the intro. Oh, actually, it looks quite amazing. Yeah, it's a bloke. I thought it was. Yeah, let's have a look at this. It's a geezer on a BMX doing the same as what that motorcyclist was doing, but on a push bike. Ouch. And he stacks it a few times. Let's have a look. Makes me feel like jumping 6 milk crates in a line. Not so impressive. Here we go.
To become the first person on the planet to land a quadruple backflip on a BMX bike.
Quadruple. Oh, shit. Oh, that doesn't sound too healthy.
I'm not just going to sit by and let him get the world first on the quad flip.
Whoever lands us first will go down in history books.
Sorry, I thought it was that Samoan lad. I thought it was him. Oh,
This
you
is no joke.
cocksits.
And the consequences of error are huge. You have to roll into it, not going, I hope I'm going to do this. It's, I'm going to land this.
Something's wrong.
But if you have any shred of doubt, it's going to tear you apart.
I'm having second thoughts. Let's go back 2 feet.
Come on, Foster. It's a very familiar and extremely unpleasant feeling.
Everything's possible, but at what cost?
Oh, shit.
How high? How far? How many bodies are you going to go through?
Dream big, ask what if, and make it happen. If you believe something, anything is possible.
Got that snap? Got it.
Whoa! One, 2, 3, 4. Good Lord. Shit the bed. I gutted. Did you see the other kid? Absolutely gutted. He was like, well done. Thanks for killing my dream. Jack can do 5. Yeah, but on the sofa it don't count, Jack. Nice one, Rags. I watched the whole series of him building up to that. Yeah, it was amazing, wasn't it, Rags? Okay, right. The next time I will see some of you people, and listen, I'm going to put Mumford's channel link in the chat so that if you want to check out more of his music, and there's about 10 albums on there, and they're excellent. I don't like all of it, but I would like all of 10 albums. Well, me if it's spiritualized, but you know. If you can get up at 4:30 a.m., I will be streaming on this channel with Bearing, and you'll get to see me at a time you've never seen me before. I mean, I'm more used to going to bed at 9 o'clock in the morning, not getting up at 9 o'clock. So this could be funny. Shane, you'll have to do your own conversions because I already mucked it all up trying to work it out myself. But it's 4:30 UK. So if you go onto Google and type in 4:30 UK, convert to whatever you need. Yes. So I don't know what that'll be for you, Alan. But I don't know if Bearing will even bother advertising this one to his people. He might do. But it will be a laugh. Me and Bearing get on. We'll have a good chat, and he's got some good things to say. And I want to find out what it was like when his channel blew up. You know, he got like 400,000 subscribers in about 3 months. In the glory days when you could do that, you know. And if nowadays you have to be the Young Turks to do that. So, people, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'd like to thank Rags for moderating. I forgot to tell Moslab. Balls. Thanks, Rags, for moderating. Thanks for everyone who donated. Thank you, everyone who joined in the chat. Thanks to the most delightfuls and the lurkers who done their bit too. This is Paul Mumford with his song Deep Water from the album Deep Water. I look forward to seeing you at 4:30. The link is in my Telegram. Yeah. But you just go to my channel and you'll see it. Ta-ta. Nice one, Ben.
Everyone knows I'm gonna be the first man down. All my friends are sick of having me around. Nobody wants to give a buddy one last break. Can't go on a taking all a man can take. Life is a curse, it only gets worse, and the world will watch you drown. Maybe my mind will fail to ever find the point. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head on the riverbed. Looking back, I rejected every place I stayed. A woman says,
Sorry, Adele.
Bed I've made. She says, warriors don't give up before the war begins. So I get high to justify the mess I'm in. People get mad and people get sad, but at least they have a cause. I struggle to feel emotion I can really trust. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave.
Yeah, me too. I've got to get up in about 4 hours or something stupid. Well, about 7.
I'm going deep,
8.
deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head on the riverbed.
I can't. It was up to Beza. Hello, Kevin.
I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna make my grave underneath the wave. I'm going deep, deep down underwater. Gonna lay my head on the riverbed. I'm going deep, deep down underwater.
It's already up, Epic X. It's already all there. You can already go over there and get in the chat. The link is in my Telegram. I'll put my Telegram in the chat. t.me/strangerfield. Right, look. That is my that's my Telegram. So I'll leave it up there for a couple of seconds. And I post all the streams and everything in there. And the bearing one is already there. So you can get over there. The countdown is on and all that. And it would mean so much to me if some of you could make it, because it's going to be a bit weird if there's like 20 people. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we'll have a chat and people can watch it later. But, you know, when you get a guest on who's used to getting like 40, 50,000 views per video, I'll be like, yeah, there's my two mates. Take care, people. Maybe see you later. Go on, go and play down your own end. You might bump into Bearing.